Speaking of good young cores, the New York Jets. 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 The New
Robert
York
Sala.
Jets. Yeah, I love Robert Saleh. He is one of my favorite defensive coaches in the league. The New York Jets. They just benched Zach Wilson for Mike White again. This is the second time this has now happened. They benched Zach Wilson for Mike White. I think the first time it was because of injury, but again, whatever. Mike White popped off 3 touchdowns. I believe it was 80% completion percentage for over 300 yards, or maybe just under 300 yards. Zach Wilson has yet to have a performance where he throws more than two touchdowns. That includes without a turnover. He has had a turnover almost every time he has started the season. Joe Flacco earlier this season went 2-1 as a quarterback. Mike White is now 1-0. That is 3 of their wins as the New York Jets come from their backup quarterbacks. One of them being
Yep.
37 years old. So if what,
So cool, man.
yeah, it's not good. Not good. It's not good at all. Um, what do the New York Jets do about Zach Wilson and his future?
I think you've ruined that relationship there. I think if you're going back and forth with a quarterback in the NFL, you can do it in college a little bit. And in college, I don't like it. But if you're benching a quarterback and starting him and benching him, there's not faith there. If you're not replacing the coach, one of the two has to go. You're not going to fire Robert Sala. Zach Wilson is no longer your franchise guy. Sucks. But you know what the Cardinals did? Cardinals had a good pick that they picked a NFL Rosen. Went and got Rosen, who was supposed to be next to Aaron Rodgers. He was supposed to do all this crazy stuff. He sucked. He was a flop. He was a bust. Knew it. The GM and the coaching staff decided, you know what?
Well,
We're
the
not
coach
going
just
to
got
be a
fired.
bust. Well, the coach got fired.
No, everyone got
Well, yeah, I'm
fired.
saying the future coaching staff
Oh,
decided
yeah,
we're going to move
Kingsbury.
on from Josh Rosen. And that's credit to the GMs mostly, but they decided, and the ownership, we're going to go in with Murray. We're going to look bad, messed up, and I think that's what the New York Jets do. Trade, trade him, get a second round. I think that's what he's worth right now. Maybe a second round pick. You could get a first if you add in, conditional fourth, whatever you want to do to that to kind of boost up your odds there. Get another pick, and I think you move on this year and try to get one of those young QBs coming out of the NCAA.
So I'm actually going to show the cap repercussion from trading or cutting uh, Zach Wilson. So let me actually go to Over the
All right.
Cap right now. Over the Cap is a great website. I use it all the time for my
Yes.
videos. So we're going to go to Cap Calculator to the New York Jets, if I can find them. There they are. The New York Jets. So I did a video on this that I never actually posted because I just forgot about it, and then I found it a couple days later, and it was too late.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2023, Zach Wilson, if you cut him post June 1st, so June 1st is a great day. It's where most
Mm-hmm.
contracts roll over. So if you cut Zach Wilson post June 1st, you lose $6 million in next year's cap, but you gain $5 million in 2024. If you trade him, however, you gain in both years. You gain $4 million in 2023,
Really.
and you gain $5 million in 2024.
So I stand by
So,
my statement. Trade
yep,
him.
trading Zach Wilson post June 1st this
Listen,
year, this
work out a
upcoming
deal with
season.
him. A deal with him. Do a similar deal that the Lions did with Stafford. What team you want to go to? We'll make it wheel and deal.
Let me do that. Yeah, like, Zach Wilson, as of right now, I think he's gone from the Jets. I think if they do start him again this season, it'll be as a like what they did with Baker Mayfield the end of last season. It's gonna be putting
It was a
tape
joke.
on. Yeah, it's putting tape on so your next team knows what you are. But I think that they're done. And a
Mhm.
quarterback who is a free agent this year, who has connections with Robert Sala, has connections with their offensive coordinator, who I'm blanking on his name right now, Matt LaFleur. It's Mike LaFleur. Sorry, Mike. Mike LaFleur,
Yep.
Matt LaFleur's brother. Mike
Mhm.
LaFleur was the offensive coordinator
Yep.
for the San Francisco 49ers. Robert
Mhm.
Sala was a defensive coordinator for the San Francisco 49ers. What quarterback is a free agent this offseason?
G.
Jimmy Garoppolo
Mhm.
is a free agent this upcoming offseason. I
Mhm.
think that if they can get off of Zach Wilson, whether it's a second round pick, a third round pick, whatever they have to do,
Someone will take a swing on him.
yeah, I would put good money that it's already written in paper that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to the Jets. I would put good money. This is where they get, again, like I said earlier, Anthony Richardson is an interesting day 2 pick. Tanner McKee, Tyler Van Dyke. If they can somehow get Will Levis in the first round, you go Jimmy G for 2 years. Now, again, as I said earlier, again, I don't like when they sit quarterbacks with high draft capital picks, but I think this is a
If you draft a
situation.
quarterback this year, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't start him either. This Jets team, if they have a quarterback, Super Bowl team, they're in the hunt. This defense is hungry and young
They
and
are
cheap.
on the fence. They're on the fence right now. They could definitely be a Jacksonville Jaguars from, what was it, 2015, where they
17.
had a crazy year, and
Yep, 17.
thank you, where they went to the AFC Championship or divisional round. I don't remember which, where they just made a deep playoff run.
With Blake
They were
Bortles on the
crazy.
list.
Everyone's like, they're the future.
Yeah,
And they flopped. Or
yeah.
it could be the next young team in that division that pops off. Robert Saleh could be it. I believe in him as a head coach. Need a quarterback. And so Jimmy G, I think, would fill that void there definitely for the Jets.
Yeah, I think that because when I researched that, I was like, okay, so you can move off Zach Wilson, you you can get a second or a third round draft pick back. What quarterback can fill his role for a year? Oh my God, Jimmy Garoppolo is a free agent this offseason. This
You know what's
it's insane.
yeah, no, he's a free agent. You know who else is not happy with their team?
Who's
that
that?
has played second fiddle to his predecessor or his predecessor.
If you say
whoever
Aaron
was before him.
Rodgers, if you say Aaron Rodgers,
Aaron
oh
Mother
my
Truckin'
God,
Rodgers, go to the New York Jets and tell me that would not look amazing.
that New York
That's who
media,
you should target.
that New York media.
That's who you look. That's what
I
Brett
wouldn't.
Favre did.
I wouldn't do it. Why? Want to know why? Want to know why? How many draft picks is it going to take to get Aaron Rodgers to the New York Jets? How many draft picks?
I think
at least one
if you
first.
Trade Zach Wilson. They don't believe in Love. If they believe in Love, Rodgers would not be on that team. I think you're going to see at least 2 first.
I wouldn't do it already. Nope, I'm done. I'm out. I'd rather take Jimmy
Zach
Garoppolo.
Wilson attached. I would too.
I would take
I
Jimmy
100%
G.
would too.
I would take Jimmy G and 2 first round picks. I'd rather keep than spend them on Aaron Rodgers for
How
a year
long
or
do you
two.
think? Well, let's see. Let's look on the other side. How long do you think Rodgers has left in the league? I mean, he's already been talking about retirement.
I think this is the last year. I'm being serious. I think this is the last
I
year.
think-
I
I think with a different team, he could
Yeah.
he's physically fine.
no. If he gets
He's-
traded,
he's
he's there for another 2 or 3 years.
I could see a 3 to 5 year window. I wouldn't do it. It was just a good headline, good move.
I
but
I
it'd
would
be
I would
fun.
be
It
so
would be fun.
angry if this young developing team took in the head case of Aaron Rodgers wanting to
Here's the
retire
thing:
every year.
if you could do a similar thing to the Rams did, the Rams sold their draft picks. They sold their soul to the devil to get a Super Bowl. Right now, this young Jets team have the pieces. Go ahead, go trade for Lazard and Rodgers. Add
You don't
Zach
they don't need a
Wilson
wide
in there.
receiver, dude. They have Elijah
I'm just
Moore,
saying,
Corey
add-
Davis,
Yeah, add
Garrett
Aaron,
Wilson.
Aaron Jones. Not Aaron Jones. Who's their backup?
Oh, no. It would be so. Aaron Jones actually has an out after this year, to where they could cut him and save money. So I think it would have to be Aaron Jones.
Whoever.
But they have
would probably
Brees
be
Hall and they have Brees Hall and they have James Robinson.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it would be. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. It would be.
An interesting trade.
I think there'll be conversation. I think there'll definitely be a conversation in New York about that. If we're gonna sit, all right, who do we want to target? I think Jimmy G should be at the top of that list. Obviously, I think Aaron Rodgers is in that top 3 conversation of people we could honestly target.
Yeah.
Go after.
Yeah, I would love for the Jets because they don't want their quarterback running around. I don't think because again with Joe Flacco at 37 years old, a pocket passer, they went 2-1. Maybe it might have been 4 games actually. I don't know, but we faced them week 2.
I'm not sure.
I know we faced them week 2 or 3, and that was his last week. I'm pretty sure, but I know he was insane. Like he played very well. get Jimmy Garoppolo for what 12 to maybe 16 million a year, maybe 16. For 2 years,
With the relationship that he has with the coaching staff, you could probably get him at 16, 15.
like
Yeah.
dude, because I was just doing a video. I'm like, okay, let's get him off Zach Wilson. What quarterback is available in the 2023 NFL free agent class? First name,
I can't
Jimmy
think of I
Garoppolo.
can't think of anyone else that would fit that role
No,
better than Jimmy G.
yeah, I completely agree. Because like I mean I like Jacoby Brissett, but I just don't think that would be a good spot for him.
I think he's probably on the list of the conversations that you might go after. I don't think he's the guy that they would think put their future into.
Yeah, I think Jimmy G's a starter and Jacoby is a spot starter, and that's a very big difference when you want
I
someone
think
to
Jimmy
start.
G could be a 5-year starter for the New York Jets easily.
I don't know about 5 years.
think-
He's like what? He's 32 or 33. He's up there in age.
Again, and he's been injured a lot too. But
Not
I
recently
think
though.
you could,
The last two
recently,
or three
well,
years, he's been
year.
healthy. Was he injured last
Last
year?
year he got hurt though. Yep.
Oh, I didn't even know.
He got hurt in the playoffs.
Oh,
He remember he wasn't gonna start. Well, he wasn't gonna start because of Trey Lance, and regardless, but
yeah, I don't remember.
he wasn't ready to start the season. Yeah,
Oh,
got hurt in the playoff game. He played hurt. He went back out there. He told the coach, "Screw it, we're in the playoffs. I'm going for it."
yeah, but if I'm the New York Jets, I'm personally moving off Zach Wilson. Get anything back for him because he's still 24 years old. He's shown some flashes, but he's also shown a lot of bad moments.
As first, maybe
I mean, ask for a first, obviously.
as for a first, trade Zach Wilson, obviously, and throw in a second or a third, you'd get a first.
Yeah, and I think that again,
I want to go higher than a third if I was the Jets.
yeah,
Add a third onto that. Add XYZ player that's on the fourth string of the roster that looks good, whatever that player might be, to sweeten the deal, and a lot of teams would accept that.
yeah. I mean, I think the Titans would. I think the Titans are a great spot
100%.
because I think he's
the Titans would be. I think that would be perfect landing spot. One maybe not perfect, but one of the
good
teams that Zach Wilson would look at and be like, "Yeah, I'll go there. I ain't gonna have any complaints. I'm going from
it's a playoff team.
Jets to them. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a playoff team. The playoff team. You have Malik Willis, so like if you do suck,
he's not coming back.
Yeah, I don't
He's
think
not coming back.
I don't think Ryan Tannehill's. I think he's done after this year.
And yeah.
But I mean, like you have in the back of your head. I think in the back of your head, you know that you have Malik Willis behind you. So if you play bad, you will be benched. I think the Colts are another team as well. The Colts are another team.
I really, that could be another team. I have no faith in the. I don't think the Colts should have moved off Carson Wentz. He didn't have a bad year.
I don't agree. I don't think they should have either. I think they should have stuck with him.
What the
But
heck
that it was that last week.
Complete ego.
No, it was the last
Complete
week.
ego. Yeah, no, it was a complete ego trip by their ownership that said that we want to move on. It was completely dumb, and I think they would have been a completely different team this year, and even a borderline playoff team
Yeah, they would have won the division
this year.
They would have won the division. So that's my opinion. I think
They
would
would
have.
have. They would have battled out with the Tennessee Titans, but I think I truly do actually. I think Carson Wentz, because he's played pretty decent with the Washington Commanders.
Well, he's not anymore. It's Taylor Heineke, man.
No,
he got benched for
it's
Taylor Heineke.
Which can give Carson a full 17-game season. Give him a start to the end. Give him a season. Let him show who he is. After that, if he sucks, he's gone out of the league, back up, whatever you want to call him. He's been called the locker room cancer. I don't know. I can't speak to that. But ultimately, he was borderline in 20 whatever year it was, 2017,
5 years
I think.
ago.
Borderline MVP conversation. Give him a chance. Give him a full season. No team's done that, and I think it's a mistake. But yeah, Jimmy G to the Jets, I think is your art. Hey, Philip, not
Philip Rivers.
Carson Wentz to the Jets would be an interesting.
I don't think they're doing that.
Be a bridge.
I think the Jets, if they are moving off Zach Wilson, it's because they want to win a Super Bowl within the next 2 years. Because they have Sauce Gardner on a rookie deal, Bryce Hall on a rookie deal. Their defensive line is in their prime right now. Their offense, they have all their wide receivers on rookie deals. They have their running backs on rookie deals. Mekhi Becton sucks.
If you're going Super Bowl, Jimmy G is your cheap pick. Aaron Rodgers is your expensive pick.
Yep.
Those two quarterbacks are the two that I would go after legitimately if we want to win a quarterback or a Super Bowl in the next few years. I think Aaron Rodgers gives you a better chance because Jimmy G's been injury prone.
And he's Jimmy G.
He's led a team to the Super Bowl, and he's Jimmy G. He's above average quarterback. He's an above average quarterback. That's what he is.
You know his limitations. That's why you work around him.
Mm-hmm. I think you could sweet talk Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers and everyone in that situation.
Wins.
Get Zach Wilson and get maybe only one first round pick and a bunch of later round picks. Set it up to where they get Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers would be energized for the next 2-3 seasons to maybe win a few Super Bowls in New York.
Yeah, I think it'd be I think he would love because again, didn't Brett Favre go to the Jets?
He did for 1 year.
Yeah, I think he would 100% do that to prove that he was better than Brett Favre. I think he would 100% do that because his entire career he's been compared to Brett Favre because he's a Packers quarterback. So I think he goes.
One of the only reasons he came back was because he wanted to break Brett Favre's all-time passer.
Yeah.
In Green Bay.
I'm sure that's one of the reasons.
That's one of the only reasons he didn't retire.